Hey y'all, welcome back to Living the Whole Picture, the podcast where photography, business, and inspiration collide. I'm your host, Jama Pantel, a luxury portrait photographer turned educator, author, influencer, and dream chaser. Each week, we'll dive into topics that help you shine in front of the camera, build confidence in your brand, and take bold steps towards your biggest goals. Whether you're here to improve your photography skills, grow your business, or find the courage to show up authentically in life, you're in the right place. Let's get started as we work on living the whole picture together. Can you believe it's already the end of the year? This is the perfect time to talk about setting goals. Not just the big, bold ones that light a fire in your soul, but also the smaller, more manageable ones that keep you moving forward every single day. Today, we're diving into how to set up meaningful goals and the steps to make them happen. Whether you're working on your personal brand, running a business, or simply trying to improve yourself in the new year, this episode is for you. And let's be honest, setting goals is easy. The hard part is staying committed to them. So grab a cup of coffee, or if you're like me, tea or matcha, and let's get into this. Let's talk about why goals are essential. I've always been a goal setter, or maybe a dream chaser is a more accurate description. Ever since I was young, I loved dreaming, setting milestones, and visualizing what I wanted to achieve in this life. But let me tell you a little secret, it hasn't always worked out perfectly. Shocking, right? There have been times where I set goals that felt so far out of reach I didn't even know where to start. Other times I got so overwhelmed by the size of my dreams that I honestly had to give up before I even got started. Can you relate? Here's what I've learned over the years. Goals are like a compass. They give you direction and keep you moving forward, even when life gets messy, 'cause trust me, it will. Without goals, it's easy to get stuck in the day-to-day grind. You might work hard, but you're not necessarily working toward anything meaningful. That's why goals matter. They give your effort purpose. There were days not long ago when my goals and dreams might have seemed simple to some, like living in a place with central heat and air or having the ability to take a vacation. Things I grew up without and often wondered about in life and how great a life would be to have those things. Back in those days, starting a business or writing a book or even hosting a podcast were never even on my radar. My focus was on surviving and trying to figure out how to achieve those goals. And now here we are, running a business and an ebook out in the world, and now this podcast. Those goals seemed insurmountable at the time, but I put my head down and focused and made them happen. Reaching those goals opened the door to even bigger dreams and goals. So trust me when I say, whatever your dreams or goals are, they are yours. So own them, chase them, and make them happen, even when others can't see what you see. Let's start with the power of big, bold goals, the ones that scare you a little. Maybe it's launching your own business, writing a book, or doubling your income. Or maybe those big goals look more like my younger self, goals of simply surviving. For me at this stage, one of those big goals was writing my first book. Picture this, Quick Tips for Social Media Portraits. At first, the idea seemed crazy scary. Who was I to write a book? And what if no one read it? But deep down, I knew it was something I had to do and really wanted to do. And now that it's out there in the world, you can download it from my website, jamapantel.com, under photo resources. I have my mind set on another book, but that's for a later date. Big goals push us out of our comfort zones. They force us to think bigger, work harder, and grow in ways we never thought possible. But they can also feel overwhelming, which is why so many people give up before they even start. That's why I want to share a few strategies to help you set big, bold goals and actually achieve them. So how to set big goals that stick. Here's what works for me when it comes to setting bold goals. Get clear on your why. Every big goal starts with a strong why. For me, writing my book wasn't just about sharing photography tips. It was about helping people build confidence in front of the camera. Something I saw that was lacking. That purpose kept me going, even when things got overwhelming. Ask yourself, why does this goal matter to you? What's the bigger purpose behind it? Write it down and keep it somewhere you can see it. Visualizing your success. Take a moment to imagine yourself achieving your goal. What does it look like? How does it feel? Visualization isn't just about dreaming. It's about building belief in your ability to make it happen. When I visualized holding my finished book in my hands, it became real. Even though I don't have a physical copy yet, I will have that soon. That image motivated me to keep working, even when the process felt hard. break it down. A big goal can feel overwhelming, so break it into smaller milestones. For example, when I decided to write my book, I didn't focus on the whole thing at once. I started with one simple outline, then one chapter, then one section, then one paragraph. Each small step got me closer to the finish line. So now let's talk about the importance of small, achievable goals. If big goals are the destination, small goals are the stepping stones that get you there. They're the daily actions that build momentum and keep you moving forward. I'll share another story. When I first started my photography business, I had a huge goal. I wanted to be known as one of the best portrait photographers in Austin, but that felt so far away. So I focused on smaller goals. I built up my portfolio, I connected with my clients, and I really started to improve my craft one session at a time. Those small goals might not have felt glamorous, but they were essential. Each one brought me closer to that big dream. And here's the thing, small goals are where the magic happens. They're manageable, achievable, and they give you quick wins that build confidence. Now guess what? I've been named the best portrait photographer in Austin for 8 years running. Things have a way of working themselves out when you're willing to put in the work. Now let's talk about how to create and stick to small goals. If you're not sure where to start with small goals, here are a few steps. Make them specific. A vague goal like get better at photography won't get you far. Instead, try something like practice 3 new lighting techniques this week or this month. Set deadlines. Even small goals need deadlines. In the example above, I said within the week or within the month. Without these deadlines, it's easy to procrastinate. Treat each small goal like an appointment you can't miss. And next, celebrate your wins. Every time you achieve a small goal, celebrate it. Give yourself credit for showing up and putting in the work. Those small victories add up to big success. For me, that's taking time to read a book I enjoy or just shutting down for a day or two. Now, turning goals into actions. Goals without action are just wishes, right? So how do we turn those dreams into reality? Here's kind of what I did. Write it down. Studies show that writing down your goals makes you more likely to achieve them. Keep a notebook or a journal where you can track your goals and progress. Share them with somebody you trust and love. They will help keep you on track as well. Create a plan. Once you've written down your goal, list out the steps you need to take to achieve it. Be as detailed as possible. I know it's not glamorous, it takes work, but it helps and makes a difference. Next, schedule it. Put those steps on your calendar. Treat them like a non-negotiable appointment. And then track your progress. Regularly check in with yourself. What's working, what's not, and adjust your plan as needed. As many times as possible, if you need to start over, start over. It doesn't have to be messy or perfect, or doesn't have to be perfect. It can be messy. Just do it and chase those dreams. So, hard work and determination. Here's the part no one likes to talk about. Hard work. Achieving big goals takes effort, persistence, and sometimes a little bit or a lot of grit. There will be days when you want to give up, when you cry more than you should, when you just have to put everything down and take a break, walk away. I've been there, I've done that. But I also start back up over and over again, each new day, as many times as I need to. When I was writing my book, there were moments when I stared at a blank screen and thought, what am I doing? But I kept going because I believed in the bigger picture. Maybe I didn't keep going that day or the next day, but I believed in what I was doing and I always went back to work for that. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. And over time, those small steps add up to big results. I never would have dreamed of being where I am today 20 years ago. Trust me, it was a lot of work. And most days I don't feel like I'm really there. But when you look back to where I started, on those small goals of wanting central heat and air or wanting to be able to take a vacation, guess what? I did that. So my final thoughts on this, whether you're setting big goals, small goals, or a mix of both, remember this, you don't have to have it all figured out today. Start where you are and give yourself grace. Take one small step at a time, then another and another. With hard work, determination, and a clear vision, you'll get there. If you're persistent, you will make it happen. So thanks for tuning in to Living the Whole Picture. I hope today's episode left you inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next steps towards your goals, whether that's behind the camera, in your business, or in your life. If you love what you heard, be sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Share this podcast with a friend who you think would enjoy it, and leave me a review and let me know what resonated with you. Want to connect? Visit my website, jamapantel.com, and scroll down all the way down to the bottom and hit subscribe so you never miss anything. Until next time, keep chasing your dreams and living the whole picture.